What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back. I didn't think that we was going to get the news this soon, but I thought as soon as I saw it, had to come on, had to come on. I was just finishing off with a little bit of a Love Island space that I was listening to, but I'm here now. You know what I mean? This is great news, people. This is great news. Beauty here saying, staying up for past my bedtime for this, KG. Let's bring some players in. Yeah, man. Listen, this is it for me now. I think that this we're gonna start moving. I think this is where we get really going now. I don't think that you get the news of Ethan Ampadu and even of what's his name, Steinson. And I have seen him before. I remember his crazy goal in the Prem. I just forgot that it was him that scored it. But fair play to him. I don't remember much of him apart from that. But I think that this is the time now where we start to chef it up now. I think we're starting to saute a few things. And I think now we're going to get moving. And yeah, this is the first picture. Yeah, I used to pray for times like this because it's been needed, hasn't it, people? I think now it's done. Now we know that we can start making business, start making moves. I think we're all going to feel much better now. I think 100% we're going to feel much better. Jacob here, 3-4 signs tomorrow. You know, Jacob, it wouldn't surprise me with this lot. It really wouldn't surprise me. And it will probably be 3 or 4 players that we have not seen any links to, that we probably would never have thought of. It wouldn't surprise me. I wouldn't expect it, but it wouldn't surprise me at the same time. Sam here, 1 year loan confirmed by championship with everything. Please, I need that. You know, I don't want to stay here too long. You know, yeah, I just don't want. I don't want to stay here. John saying though, saying about time though, KG. I think it's probably more to do with the fact of how many investors and stuff that we've got. You see, nearly every week a new celebrity pops up with a stake in Leeds United now. So, you know, I think it is what it is. Listen, I know it. I wish it could have been done sooner. I wish that we could have got stuff done earlier. But we're here now. We're here now, people. So now the intent is from here. We've already seen today with Ethan Ampadu, 7 million. I've already done a video on that, as a lot of you have already seen. But if you haven't seen it already, go back. So for someone that asked about the FPL code, I have pinned it in this chat. So if you're in here today or you see this video, hopefully you can see it clearly. But man, I was hoping to have a fresh shave and a workout, maybe a face mask out with this news. But they just struck it. They've done this twice now. I think it's been announced about 10 o'clock on for the last couple times. We've had the first approval and now the full approval, which is great. Joe Matthew swim in the league. I hope so. That would be the perfect outcome for me. I don't want to do any battling. I don't want any drama. I would love to do it the way Burnley did it, but this is Leeds United. It's not going to be that easy. Ryan here saying, hi KG, absolutely buzzing today. Moves are being made, not only players, but board level as well, buddy. Yeah, listen. And there are, I mean, obviously with Steinson, I think that's how you say it. And if I'm saying it wrong, someone correct me. But with him, of course, there's a few concerns with his work being at Everton not being that stellar, if we're being honest. And of course, Tottenham, who have also kept players past their sell-by date, if we're being clear. But I think 49ers are a bit more assertive with this kind of thing. I think that they won't allow him to make the kind of mistakes he made. Definitely not made at Everton. And we've already seen, I said it in the early stream, but we've already seen the 49ers, you know, put the kibosh on the Andrea move twice. I think first with Jesse Marsh and definitely with Jack Harrison being sold. So they're not afraid to get involved and think whatever they believe is best for the club at the club's interest, I should say. So yeah, I think it's, let's just see what he does. We can only judge people on what they do at your club for me. And that's what we got to do, because it's not just going to be him. It's not like a Victor situation. There's going to be like a group thing of where people say, yeah, this is good, this is good. It's not just going to be Victor or going out and spending however much on a player and we have to accept it. It's going to be more of a collaboration, I believe. Freddie Mac, hi KJ. I want to see those rah-rah girls at ER. Hey, let's go, man. Let's go. It's late night, but you know, I don't know who is everyone over 18 here. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Robert here is saying, I expect some quality players to come in. Me too, Robert. I think that's the way. And I think already with Ethan Ampadu, I think that's already a good start. I think that's a real solid start in all fairness. And it is. And I expect another one to come in. I'm expecting a striker for sure. Not for sure, but I'm expecting a striker and at least a goalkeeper, because if they're still trying to move out Melier, then we need a goalkeeper, people. So yeah, I'm expecting some. Jimmy saying, do love a late stream. Yeah, listen, wherever you are in the world, it's probably not late to some people who's watching. But yeah, over here in England, it's now nearly 11:30 at night. But I'll go on whenever, man. Listen, you know what I'd love to do just to chop it up with you, like when the hockey season's on, I'm up at whatever time I'm usually up and just talking. I'll do that. It depends how many people are on. Obviously, if there's 5 of you, maybe it's not worth it, but I'll come on whenever, man. I don't care. Mark is saying, you mean you don't want Bamford at striker? Nate here, Nate in the house. Shout out to you, Nate. Huge week, minimum of 2 more signings by Friday, my guess. Feels like it, doesn't it, Nate? I don't know if it's going to happen, but it does feel like it. It feels like we're going to get things moving. I expect, listen, like with Ampadu, you don't agree terms in the space of a day. It just doesn't happen. They've obviously had that one done behind the scenes. Maybe Ampadu's people gave them a time limit as well, because we are near the middle of July. We are in the middle of July. They probably had that lined up, and that's why they've come out with the news today to say we've got the approval. They've been given the green light. We can get this deal done, and that's why it's moved so quickly. KSLB, who's your NHL club? Pittsburgh Penguins. You must be new here, but yeah, the Pittsburgh Penguins are my team. Been for a long time, long time. But yeah, they're my team. They affect me. My mood when they lose is like when Leeds lose. It stinks. You know what I mean? It's that bad with the Pittsburgh Penguins, especially if we ever lose to the Flyers. But you don't want to be around me if that happens, man. It stinks. But Lee Waters, listen, Lee Waters, become a YouTube member. Memberships are in the description. Thank you for the continued support. Much appreciated. Joe saying announce quadruple sign. Imagine that. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? Would be absolutely lovely. But I do think that we are going to get a couple more in. I've just got a feeling, like with Nate, I've got a feeling that we're going to announce a couple more. I think the train is going to start moving now. Nigel say, great news, KG. Let's go. 100. Mark, I don't have an American football team. Like with basketball, NFL, I'm more into the personalities. So I was a big AB fan. People call him unhinged. I think he's great, which is why I asked the Tyler Adams that question about the celebration. But yeah, NBA, by the way, it's LeBron James. So wherever he's gone, I've gone. You know, one of them. Bowie saying, asking, going to Cardiff at home, KG. We'll see. I've got to check out a couple things, but maybe. That's a point, Damar. Your American football team is now 49ers. For all the people that always say, though, I'm interested for these guys, because you guys are about, all those people that you say, nothing red. Are you supporting the 49ers or no? No, I'm just interested because there's those people, better dead than red, all those people. So I do wonder with that. Carl Brown with the super thanks. Thank you so much, Carl. Always supporting the channel. Thank you so much. And Liam here saying things are starting to look up, KG. 100%. Let me just get the statement up just in case you haven't seen it. Here we go. There we are. Lovely. Let's go. Let me. Oh no, we don't want that. Oh, here we are. Okay, right. Let me just take myself out for a bit. So yeah, listen, people. Here's the statement. It's quite a lengthy one, so I won't read it in full. It's obviously on the Leeds United website if you want to read the full thing. But basically here, just saying, today Leeds United Football Club can announce the EFL have approved the sale of the club to 49ers Enterprises, paving the way for immediate transition of ownership. Parag Marath, previously the vice chairman and board member of the club, will take over as Leeds United chairman. In this role, Marath will oversee all aspects of the club, including football and business operations, and drive the strategy to fight for a promotion back to the Premier League in the 23-24 season. Marath takes over from Andrea Radrizzani, who has been the majority owner of Leeds United since 2017. Angus Kinnear, CEO of Leeds United and board member, will remain in his current position and continue to direct the club's day-to-day operations. Rudy Klein Thomas, I've not heard of this person, but founder and manager partner of Mastery, will join the board as co-owner and vice chairman of the club. So that's someone significant coming in there. I don't know if he's been around or he or she has been around, but yeah, they are co-owner and vice chairman of the club. Maraf, as a couple of quotes here, this is this is an important moment for Leeds United, and we are already hard at work. I believe that this transition is a necessary reset to chart a new course for the club. We've already appointed a highly respected first team manager with a track record of success, and we are confident Leeds will field a competitive squad to contend for promotion next season. It's a privilege to carry this torch, as I know we have the responsibility to ensure this club makes our staff, players, supporters, and the Leeds and Yorkshire communities proud, and worldwide fans. Worldwide fans. Shout out to the worldwide fans too. Klein Thomas here, who this person is, has said, "With my family hailing from Leeds, it's an honor to be able to uplift this incredible community. This is more than just an opportunity; it's a personal mission." I like that. The chance to reinvigorate the cherished Leeds culture, to create a platform that attracts the world's finest players and build a truly global brand that celebrates diversity is a prospect that thrills me. Okay, saying all the right things so far. I like it so far. Let's have a look. Anything else? Anything else? Okay, Kinnear, here we go. Angus Kinnear, 49ers Enterprises bringing fresh leadership, management, and a commitment to investment, which I'm confident will meet our ambition to compete for promotion and remain in the top flight as an established Premier League club, please. I would like that too. I would love it, and I deserve it. I know Parag, Rudy, and the 49ers Enterprise will keep the support essential to their plans during custodianship, and I'm excited to work in realizing the true potential of this great club. Randrazani there, just saying there, it's been an honor to guide Leeds United over the past 6 years and to spend so much time with the best fan base in the world. 49ers Enterprise have been fantastic partners for years, and I'm confident they will take Leeds to the next level. And if you want more info on the chairman, you can go to the Leeds website. So there you go. There you go, people. Let me just go back to the Mr. Klein Thomas there. Yeah. So, yeah, here I am. Here I am, people. So, yeah, I like the sound of that, especially from Clyde Thomas, where he's talking about the personal mission and also to bring the world's finest players. Now that excites me. Obviously, I need to see your actions and I need to see that in practice. But that excites me. No more mediocrity at this football club. I seem to be on an island on my own where I want to win. It feels like I'm the only person that actually wants to win with actual players that can play football. And hopefully, this Klein Thomas is on the same level that I'm at, where I'm looking at the very best players that we can possibly get, and I hope that that's where he is too. It sounds like it anyway. Ellie Lucinda here, love you, KG. I love you too, man. This is great, lovely, good vibes, man. It was excellent vibes on the earlier stream, by the way. I need to shout out everybody that was on that stream. Such good vibes, and that's what we needed, man. You saw the video now 2 videos ago where I looked like I probably wanted to say goodbye to the world, which wasn't that extreme. But this is what news like this gives you, man. It gives you hope. It gives people, it gives people belief that we are going in the right direction. Pete here saying no more Kinnear program notes, please. Pete, I think now that we're back in the championship and we're possibly going to be winning games again, I think his program notes will be back. I think that's just the way it was. It's just funny. That's how that's when you're losing, that's how you find out how people are. That is how you find out the true, color of people in the terms of how their cloth is cut. Because once we were losing, oh, he was getting shady with them program notes. Yeah, he was giving bad B vibes, wasn't he? He wasn't having any of it. But that's how you find out. Even Bielsa crumbled to doing things that we had never seen him before. But that's what we need now. We need to get back to being a winning football team. That's so important for me. Tired of losing, man. I don't like losing. I don't like losing. I try and win at everything I do. And when I see that the football team that I love is not trying their best to do that also, it gets on my nerves a lot. So yeah, listen, people, this is great. Bill O. Bill O, listen, you know what? I'll take that, Bill. Not gonna lie, KG, 2 streams ago, you looked like a hobo. Listen, I wasn't feeling good. I wasn't feeling good on a couple of fronts, in all honesty. Just the football club and other things that in or around, this kind of thing. But it's just about how you bounce back from it. It's about how you go forward with it, with whatever problem you've got. And I got over it the next day. I was good to go the next day. I believe in affirmations and things like that. That's a big part of me. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that too. But yeah, it listen, everyone has lows, but it's just about how you dig yourself out of it, and I've done it already. Um, yeah, Jarvis, it's the Leeds effect, 100%. Uh, American in Leeds, not your same old Leeds United turn the page fans. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Mark here, he's saying KG from USA, perfect timing, march on together. Yeah. Oh, Kieran, you're a Dallas Stars fan. Nice. You got a good core, man. I'm quite jealous of what Dallas have built up. Good goaltender, man. Good goaltender. But yeah, listen, people, this statement here is it's good. They've said all the right things here, and again, we've had that, haven't we? We've had that over the last couple of years. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to judge them by the same brush of the previous ownership. And again, not going to dig on the ownership too much. They were just naive in the end, and that's why we've ended up back the way we are. But the 49ers, with all due respect to Radrizzani, from everyone, every single I feel more comfortable with these guys. I feel like they're going to do everything to get us back in the Prem. Just remember, people, they need us in the Prem. This is an investment for them. Being in the Championship does absolutely nothing for their profile. Does zero for their profile. So this is good for them, and they will want to get back up this season. Um, Perot, I mean, listen, if we could get him done, I would be pleased with that. I would be 100% happy with that. It's quite funny with Perot because if you're asking me, I see people asking about Dennis as well. If you're asking me between all of those, I would actually take Perot because I think that Perot has got the ability to possibly play in the Prem too. So you'd kind of have a striker that you've got in this league that can do it. And you could also possibly see what he could do in the Prem. And maybe he could be like an Ivan Tony. Who knows? I mean, Ivan Tony is Ivan Tony, but you know what I'm saying? I think he could transition to the Premier League too. No, 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 no. Yeah. So Jarvis here saying they need to make money. They got us cheap and can cash in. Look, they were willing to spend nearly 400 million on this club when we was in the Prem. They were going all in, and you saw what it was like. Listen, for people that were watching games on in the Premier League last season, we was always on those mainstream channels. We was on the USA Network. We was on big stations. They would bump other games for us, especially when we had Jesse, Brendan, Tyler all at the same time. They were really featuring heavily. You know, it was the Leeds United brand was growing. It's taken a hit now. It naturally will do that with the championship. You know, everyone that was watching last season won't be watching this season. That's just the way it is. But they have it's in their best interest, and for their investors, by the way, like the Russell Westbrooks, like all the golfers that have joined, they will have been advised that you were going to be a part of a Premier League club and you will get this return on your investment. They're not going to get it in the champ, so it's vital that we go up this season. It is Jack. Jack, it's an absolute gold mine, and this is something I said a couple years ago. We could be going back to those heights again where we're competing again, like, you know, not for the title as such, but just flirting with Europe again. That would have been a nice start. We should have been doing that, but instead the club were lazy, naive, sentimental, and kept players or bought poorly. And that's why we're back in the position that we're in. 31 points in the Prem is a disgrace, people. You know what I mean? But look, we're back here now, and obviously now Russell Westbrook as well being on board. Those kind of people, all they have to do is send a tweet, an Instagram post, and it will build the profile of Leeds United. You know, you already seen that Lance guy. Let me see if I can find him actually. What's his name? Lance. Lance. Let me see. Lance. Oh, come on. Where is he? What is going on? Well, I can't find him. But you know, the Lance guy, the basketball player, he's always promoting them. He's always promoting Leeds United. He was even wearing Leeds apparel on a podcast recently. So that's what it is. That's what it takes. They know what it is to get your brand out there. It's all about branding, people. Um Larry Nance, yeah, that's it. There we go. Larry Nance. What was I saying, Lance? Lance. It's like Eddie Murphy. There he is. That's what I was wondering why I couldn't find him. No wonder. Got his name all wrong. That's my bad. Sorry. Um, but yeah, here he is. He's always there. He's always there on IG. He's always there on Twitter, just giving the big all Leeds aren't we marching on together. He's obviously invested a fair portion into this club. Um, Lee here saying, "What do we do when we win a game? I forgot. Good times coming." Yeah, it's gonna be weird, and it's gonna be weird. But I'm looking forward to it, man. I mean, I'm not looking forward to the championship. I will maintain that, but I'm looking forward to hopefully doing this for a year. This is like hopefully it's like a year after a year of reset, and we can get back to where we should be as Leeds United. I don't care how arrogant that sounds to fans of other clubs. I don't care. This is Leeds United Football Club, man, and the standards have been on the floor for far too long. Hopefully, the 49ers have seen that. They've learned from the mistakes of people that they've worked with. I'm certain that Parag will have looked at some of the things that Victor and Andrea did and go, yeah, I won't be doing that, guys. I won't be doing that. We need to get back where we should be. Um, that's funny. Mr. Tom, I bet they never told Russell Westbrook that his investment will be funding Patrick Bamford's contract. Tremendous. Look out, everyone down at Ellen Road. This may be ugly, but Mark is off to run down Ellen Road naked. So if you see him, don't call the police. He's a decent guy, but just don't look. All right. But yeah, let me just see this. A couple super chats here. Lee, shout out to you, Lee. Thank you for that membership renewal again. I forgot. No problem, man. You always supporting Lee, man. Big up to you. Mark here saying, if we keep Nanto, Verbo, and Adams, I'd be happy. That would be a brilliant start, wouldn't it, Mark? And you can imagine a couple others staying as well. You could possibly just see a couple of those guys trying to just say to him, just give us until Christmas and see where we are. And if we're not where we should be, then by all means go off in January. You could possibly see that happening, especially with guys like Verber and Adams, who are very vocal people. Michelle Lee with the super chat. Thank you so much, Michelle. Much love from this Yorkshire lass in Canada. Yeah, Vancouver, Michelle. Thank you so much, Michelle. And Ninja Dan, who is a new member as well. Thank you, Ninja Dan. Much appreciated, man. The love. Listen, the love always outweighs the hate, as we always say on these kind of platforms. So thank you for that, and thank you for the continued support. Let's have a look. Sylvain here saying, all I've seen lately is positive vibes, which for some time we haven't had. That is correct. There is no way that the 49ers would invest in failure. We have to look forward, guys and gals, and march all together. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Famously, everything feels so positive with Leeds right now. Yesterday was looking bleak. It was, man. It was looking bad. And I hope people understand why it gets you down. You're in a league you don't want to be in, and when you're seeing other clubs make moves, even though I don't find those moves like saying, "Oh, those are amazing moves," but they're getting what they want in order to try and be successful. And we were just, our hands were tied. We couldn't do anything, and it was just like, oh man, I can't do this again. I hope that we at least give ourselves the best chance to get out of this league. And then you see the friendly against Man United. And I always say with friendlies, even if Jorginho was to score a hat trick, don't read too much into it. But you could see there are so many holes in this team in terms of we've got so much talent in there, but we don't have the key components like a goalkeeper, like a striker that needs to finish off those chances that our creators will create. And it's time, and at least now we can get this done. Mark here saying, KG, we said we need to go down to have a real reset, old players out, new in. The thing is, Mark, you can do that without going down, and I maintain that. I will never ever say that you need to get relegated to reset. I think that you can do that in the Prem. It's just that they didn't have the bottle to do it, and the fans. I will say as well, fans don't help when they keep on bigging up certain players. You can do that though. If you're ruthless, you've seen it with Forest, the Forest owner when they went up. As soon as they went up, I think it was pretty much a day later. Who is it? They said by that what's his name? Jolly? Is that his name? Joe Lally. Joe Lally. The very next day they said, listen, you need to go and find a new club. That is how you do it. And Forest, people can bag on Forest all they want. In the end, they stayed up quite comfortably in the end. And that is what you have to do. You can reset in the Prem, but listen, this is where we are right now. There's no point, crying about that now. or moaning about that now, I guess. But we have to do it right this time. And I believe that the 49ers will do that, especially with the co-chairman there saying that he wants to bring the best talent back to Ellen Road. And that's good for me. I like it. Nate here saying, with the vibes are high, make them make them peak and sell Bamford. Guys, you guys are just, and people think I've got an agenda. It's all you guys, man. It's all you guys. Yeah, Harry Burns saying they will move quick now, KG, my friend. Let's go. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Is people keep mentioning Michael Phelps? I must have missed that. Is Michael Phelps an investor? Let me just give me a bunch of yeses in the comments if he is. I must have missed Michael Phelps being an investor. And I've seen the golfers. I've seen Russell Westbrook, the basketball player, Larry. That it's not Larry, is it? I've said it wrong again. But yeah. Oh, he is. Oh, fair dues, man. Fair dues. Okay, right. Yeah. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that. Let's see. We got some top athletes, celebrities that have invested in it. They want a return on their investment, people. They will definitely want a return. Um, let's have a look. Wait, what's this here? Sticks here saying, as long as Leeds play competitive football to stay in the game, championship for every second, it won't matter whether we go back up in one season or more. Oh, Sticks. I didn't read all of this. You had me in the first half, Sticks. That's what I'm looking for. Nah, that is not what I'm looking for, Sticks. I'm sorry, bro. Listen, football is about opinions, but I do not want to be doing this league 2 years in a row. No chance. No chance, Sticks. I mean, if you're happy with that, cool. The thing is, for me, I've said it and I'll say it again. If we don't go up this season, it's a failure. It's a failure of a season for me. Failure of a season. There's nothing else in the Premier League. You can do building blocks. You can say we just survive. We're going to possibly push for mid-table or for Europe or something like that. In the Championship, when you're a size of a club like Leeds United, especially on the first year of relegation, when we've got parachute payments, full parachute payments, if it isn't promotion, it's a failure of a season, I'm afraid. We are going up as champions. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? That would be lovely. Mark. Mark's putting up some FIFA on easy stats here. Leeds win 46, draw none. Last 0. Oh my lord. Jamie here just agreeing here, saying spot on, we need to have expectations. I mean, listen, if people have got that opinion of wanting to do more than 1 year in the champ, then please feel free to put it in the comments. It's just, for me, this isn't where we should have been. We should be still in the Prem trying to build to Europe, but instead we're back where we were trying to get out of for 16 years. So for me, if we was another club, and I need to make this clear, if we was another club that wasn't as big as Leeds United, then I'd probably say, yeah, we could probably do with a couple of years down here. But no, man, this club has to be in the Premier. It should be. Premier. I'm sure if the Premier League could rig it the way that they wanted to, they've already got Luton having to cancel a game because their ground's not going to be ready. If they could really rig it the way they wanted to, they'd have us back. You know what I mean? It's one of those. I think they'd have us back in a heartbeat. But yeah, I just don't want to be in this league more than a season. And something I've said before, famously, just backing it up as well, saying championship gets harder and harder the longer you stay here, and that's the thing that some people don't really get, is that the parachute payments then halve or even worse, and then the players that you've probably convinced to stay for a season are gone in the summer, and you're not getting that same kind of player back in that second year of being in the championship. It doesn't work like that. Look how many teams have got stuck. West Brom, Stoke have been stuck. There's quite a few, and listen, we don't want to do that again, people. We don't. Uh, Pete saying Prem's got we went down with these amateurs like Luton replacing us. Listen, you have to earn your place. I understand that, but come on, man. Listen, Sky is scrambling for a Super Sunday. What is it? Luton, Bournemouth, Luton, Sheffield United. Come on, bro. Come on. Let's. I'm sure if they could rig it the way they wanted to, yeah, they'd have it differently. Luton having to cancel a game at the start. Come on. Never mind. But we didn't do enough at the end of the day. That's the reality. Harsh reality is we had 31 points in the Prem. You know what I mean? Not even point per game. We were hopeless. Absolutely hopeless. But yeah, listen, people. Yeah, thirsty pod. Let's get out the first time. 100%. Gary, do you think all these investors get season tickets? I think if they want to turn up to Ellen Road, Gary, they'll be allowed in. That's funny. Is that a joke or not? I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes it's quite late here, so it could be a joke. Um, it's going to be tough. Nate here. Championship this year is going to be elite competition. Sunderland, Leicester, Southampton, Middlesbrough, Norwich, and Watford. Some tough teams in this league this season. It's quite funny, isn't it? With people are writing off Sheffield United and Luton. I've seen that all over the place with Luton and Sheffield United just being automatically gone. It's probably going to be a weaker Premier League this season, but it's going to be a tougher championship. And of course, we go down when it's going to be slightly tougher. But yeah, there's going to be some real tough teams here. Obviously, Sunderland are always looking to go back where they need to be. Because again, Sunderland as well, they're one of those teams for me that should be like a Premier League team. Just a brilliant club. Leicester, Southampton, Leicester Premier League champions recently. Southampton. It's going to be interesting, people. It's going to be interesting. And Nate's naming these teams. He's not even considering all the teams that really like to beat us or try and beat us. Sheffield Wednesday, Millwall, teams like that. Every team like that is going to look to try and beat us. Preston North End sounds crazy, but Preston always love to try and beat Leeds United. And there's more. There's going to be more on that list, people. You'll see it. You'll see it. Yeah, they won't get season ticket. They'll just sit in the executive boxes. Yeah. um and Carlos here, we have the best manager in the league. That is our advantage, 100%. As I've said before, out of the three relegated teams, if you was to choose the manager that you want out of the three, it'd be Daniel Farke all day long. Enzo Maresca is an unknown entity. We don't know what he's going to be like. And Russell Martin, who knows what he's going to do that Southampton team, especially if Lavia and if Ward-Prowse does eventually get a move. But we have definitely got the manager who's got the know-how. He's done this before. He knows what it takes. Doesn't quite know what to do in the Prem, but we'll work that out when we get there. But he's done it in this league, and he knows what we need to do. And from what I've heard already is that he likes a lot of the squad, but he knows it needs strengthening in certain places. So he's not blind and he's not stupid. And he's also been ruthless as well with certain decisions he's made, like with Marcus Abad finally getting the boot and other things like that behind the scenes. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with him, but he's definitely the best one out of the three. Let's have a look. we cannot disregard Warnock, KG. Come on. Oh man, Neil Warnock. We're going to be seeing him again. You're right. Huddersfield. How can I forget that? That's definitely their cup final. We're so many people's cup finals, people, and that's going to have to be on the players' mental. Has to be on the players' mental. They can look at the team all they want and think this is going to be easy 3 points. Those teams always give an extra 10, 20% when they play Leeds United. You'll see it this season, people. Sometimes people forget through time just how much other teams love to play spoiler, especially at Ellen Road. You'll see it again this season, people. Carl Brown with another super chat. Thank you, Carl. Really happy. Thanks for the late video, KG. No problem. Listen, people, what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit here. We've said everything in regards to the statement. Got your thoughts. Please get your thoughts in as well after the stream. Put them in the comments. I've done a video earlier as well on Ethan Ampadu. And of course, when he officially signs, we'll be back and talking about that again. Hopefully, we've got a couple more players this week now with the EFL approving the takeover by the 49ers Enterprises. This is good stuff for me, people. I'm happy with this. Really, really happy. Really, really happy. So yeah, people, hit the likes on the video. Best way to support the channel. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I'll see you in the next video, people. Peace out.